I want to turn now to talking about my generation and younger, the millennials, the largest voting bloc in our country right now. Now, I remember growing up, I grew up in a Midwest town that had a large General Motors factory, and most of the people in our church, or at least most of the people I knew in my community, either a husband or somebody in the family worked right there as a UAW worker, a union auto worker, or somebody close to their family did, because out of a town of 70,000 people, there were 50 or 60,000 General Motors jobs there. And for most young men in our town, it was just expected. If you were willing to work hard, you would graduate from high school and you'd go work at the factory if you wanted to. Well, in my generation, we started being pushed that we should do better than that. And people saying things like, well, I want to go get a college education so I don't have to be a ditch digger or a factory worker. And so a lot of people, myself included, went off to college. Well, I graduated in the year 2000, and right around that same time, the General Motors factories there shut down. They moved out, and everything changed. But now there are many people my age and younger who hold college degrees, but they also hold tens of thousands of dollars in debt. I know friends who have come out of college over $100,000 in debt and no job prospects. So they hold a degree and they hold debt, but they don't hold a job. Keith, you have children that are close in age to me. You have I know at least one of your children is a millennial age person. Do you think that we should be encouraging all kids in our schools or high schools, saying that every child really needs to go on for a college education right after high school?
Well, if you put the emphasis, Isaac, on the word all, the answer would probably be no. We don't need and should not encourage all young people to go to college. However, those who do go, and you'll get into this discussion more as we move along, there are ways to be financially responsible about it. What I do think we should do is be encouraging our Christian young people to be completely committed to God's will and purpose for their lives, to find out what is God's best for me, and then do what they need to do to prepare themselves for that. Now, for many, that's going to include college, and that means choosing the right college. Now, you know that I am passionate about Christian education at every level, and all Christian colleges even are not equal. So I think that involves the choice of a Christian college committed to a biblical worldview, and then between a child working during the summers, part-time while they're in college. Many studies indicate that students who work a little bit while they're in college, working for their education, actually do better academically, taking good advantage of financial aid opportunities that are there, that are available to them. Then there are many, yes, who do need a college education. It is still good for professional training, but not all. Like I said, the bottom line is we want to encourage these young people to find God's will and purpose for their lives, and then do their very best to prepare themselves to be best prepared for that purpose.
I really appreciate that, because as a Christian, everything we do is supposed to be for the Lord. And so many times this choice of college, which can be life-changing for good or for bad, it isn't saying, what does God want me to do? It's made saying, maybe, what do mom and dad want me to do? Or where can I make the most money? Or I really don't know what to do next, so I guess I'll just go to college until I figure more things out. While they're there, maybe debt accrues, or they go to the wrong kind of college, as you said. Even supposed Christian colleges can be very liberal,